Hey, what's up, guys? So today we are talking about the pros and cons of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. All right, so Mount Juliet is absolutely one of the most sought after areas in Middle Tennessee, especially within a very close proximity to Nashville. So if y'all are interested in getting to a great place that's close to Nashville, stick around. We're getting to it right now. Hey, what's up, guys? So welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam Haynes. I'm a local realtor here in Middle Tennessee as well as South Central Kentucky. And today we're just going to be talking about the pros and the cons of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Okay, so Mount Juliet is a fantastic area. I'm getting a lot of phone calls about Mount Juliet. I get a lot of people that are interested in the area, so I figured I'd be making this video just to give y'all a little heads up, a little information about the area. Okay, good and bad. All right, so Mount Juliet is a middle-sized town. It's about 40,000 people, and it is growing, guys. It is one of the fastest growing cities in Middle Tennessee, and for good reason. And it has a lot of things that are great about it, okay? But it's not the perfect town either for certain people, okay? So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing pros and cons, okay? You can't forget about the cons, because the fact is, I'm not one of these people that just gonna be putting the wool over your eyes and trying to pretend like everything is perfect and a hunky-dory and everything. It never is. That's that's the real world, okay? So no town, no area is going to be perfect, and if you don't live in the area, you don't know by just looking at all these people that are saying how perfect everything is. Ain't gonna be like that, all right? So I'm gonna be going over some of the cons in the area as well, okay? So first off, we are gonna be talking about a pro, which is one of my favorite pros in the area, is the location, okay? So especially if you are wanting to be somewhat close to Nashville, but not having to deal with the hustle and bustle of Nashville, Mount Juliet is a great area because it's so close. Okay, so Mount Juliet is only about 17 miles from Nashville, and it's pretty easy drive to. You hit I-40, you go up to Nashville, 17 miles, boom, you're right there. Okay, so it's perfect. It really is nice. Also, it's very convenient to a few different areas too, okay? So really close to Lebanon, really close to Gallatin, pretty close, I mean within 30 minutes of like Hendersonville area, that kind of thing. And it's also only about 40 minutes from Murfreesboro, so it really is very convenient location, kind of in between a little bit of everything. And I think that's one of the greatest things about it, is not only about wanting to hang out, go do some fun stuff in Nashville, but it's very convenient to a lot of different job opportunities, that kind of thing. And I think that's really big. All right, so first on the cons list is an absolute no-brainer, y'all. It is the traffic, okay? Mount Juliet is a average sized town. It's only 40,000 people, but they get an extraordinary amount of traffic down there. But it's not the entire town, don't worry. It is one place in particular, really close to the very nice but very congested area of Providence, which is a shopping center area of Mount Juliet, given the fact that it is very close to the interstate. So that whole area, people trying to get on, get off the interstate, also people trying to go to your restaurant, go to the movies, whatever, that kind of stuff, that is all going on in one spot, and everyone is, fighting tooth and nail trying to get on the interstate. So that area right there, you're going to hit some traffic and everything, but it usually doesn't take like a crazy amount of time to get through it. It's just pretty much, if you're first thing in the morning, in the evening, especially on Friday night, Saturday nights, you're going to get stuck for a minute. But it's not anything crazy, but it's something that is annoying. So definitely something to think about. All right, so number 2 on the pro list is the high livability, okay? So tell you what, Mount Juliet is pretty great. I really like Mount Juliet for a few things in particular. Okay, so the crime rate is extremely low. They have very, very good school systems, and also the fact that they have just a great sense of community. Okay, so they do community events, that kind of thing. It has like kind of a small town charm, even though it's not exactly a small town. So it definitely does have that sense of community that a lot of people likes, which is some of the reasons why just everyone wants to live here. Alright guys, so the next con on the list is your rapid growth and the infrastructure issues. So the thing is about Mount Juliet, as far as a town, it's always been a smaller town and everything, and now it's been growing so much recently, and a lot of people believe, and I would say they're probably right, is that it's not really built for the infrastructure. So you're getting the traffic jams like you probably shouldn't. You're getting some of the issues like you kind of shouldn't. You're not just growing, you're growing at a rapid pace. Okay, so they have a lot of these new constructions that are popping up, and we're not talking about these, you know, new houses that are on 1 to 2 acres, that kind of thing, that are gorgeous. They do have these being popped up, some that are really nice luxury homes, or, you know, mid-range homes. You're also getting a lot of these townhouses. You're getting a lot of these 0 lot line houses. A lot of these houses that is kind of like one of those things you can yell at your kid and your neighbor going to be hearing it, that kind of thing. I mean, no one wants to hear that stuff. I mean, I know my neighbor don't, but you know, that's where it is sometimes.
No, I can't stop yelling, because that's how I talk.
But anyway, that is a couple things that Mount Juliet is trying to deal with. The city is trying to handle. They're trying to deal with it. They're trying to update their infrastructure. But as far as right now, it's a problem. So they're trying to fix it, but it's something that is getting worked on, but it hasn't been fixed just yet. All right, so playing off that one, number 3 on the pros list is the employment. Okay, so with the growth of a town, you're going to get more employment. So that definitely is a positive with the growth of the city. Okay, so you're going to get a lot more jobs. There are a lot more jobs available, not only in Mount Juliet, but surrounding areas. So like places like Lebanon, they're growing quite a bit. Gallatin, they're growing quite a bit. And also, like I just said, you're really close to Nashville. So Nashville is growing. Obviously, everybody nationwide knows how much Nashville has grown, and that definitely includes your job opportunities. So you have tons of job opportunities in and around the Mount Juliet area within a 30-minute radius. So definitely, if you're looking for somewhere that could definitely get you a good job, Mount Juliet might be a place that you should consider. Alright, so next on the list is not just talking about Mount Juliet, it's talking about all of Middle Tennessee, and that is your weather. Okay, so our weather is pretty insane. I tell you what, Mother Nature in the South, I swear, she's crazy.
She's our friend and she's crazy!
Because there's some days that it is absolutely freezing cold in the morning, and you get the sun popping out. By noon, you're t-shirt and shorts. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it really is sometimes, especially during like the springtime. Okay, so wintertime, it is not too awful. I mean, January is when my birthday rolls around, and we ain't gonna say how old I am. And oh, it is almost always the only time of the year that it gets freezing cold. We'll get some snow, we'll get some ice, that kind of thing. We'll get usually 2 to 3 snows a year, and they're nothing too bad. I mean, you'll get like 1 or 2 dustings, and then one good one, which a good one, we're talking 4 inches. It's not that bad. So that's not, you know, too terrible. But okay, so summertime, it is kind of rough, guys. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It does get rough.
I'm baking like a toasted cheese here. It's so hot here.
100 degrees, that's about as high as it gets. Yes, that's true. But we get this wet, nasty swamp heat that is just sometimes, you know, something fierce. It's awful. I'm a big dude. I don't really like this hot weather and everything. I definitely don't like this humidity. I sweat a lot, and it's kind of awful. So That's just the way it sometimes is. But it's not too bad. It's, I'd say, about 2 months, 6 weeks to 2 months, and then you're done, and then you're good. But you know, thank goodness for air conditioning and swimming pools. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right, one more thing on a serious note I gotta talk about. Okay, so tornadoes. I know some people from out of state are scared of tornadoes, and this kind of holds near dear to my heart today because I'm shooting this video the day after we had a very big tragic tornado storm in Hendersonville and Clarksville. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, we do get tornadoes here. Okay, it does happen. All right, so the thing is, this kind of stuff does not happen very often. It's usually once every few years something like this does happen, but sometimes it does. And we have ways that we try to keep ourselves safe. It's just one of those things that you have to prepare for. You have to understand that it's not a very common thing, but things happen. Accidents happen. Mother Nature happens. And if it's something that you're not willing to even risk, I understand. But I don't feel like it's a great risk because it happens so little amount that I can hardly remember the last time we had a big tornado storm. Okay, so it's not like it happens all the time. That's just a little bit that I want to talk about. If y'all want more information about the tornadoes, especially if you want to hear more information, or if you want to help out in any way with the victims of the big tornado storms down here, you can just give me a call. I would love to see how I can assist you with helping. And so that's really all I have to say about that one. All right, so next pro on the list is your outdoor activities. Okay, so a lot of people talk about Hendersonville, Gallatin, those areas as being lake towns. Mount Juliet is too, guys, so don't let that fool you. So it is nearby Percy Priest Lake, and it is fantastic, y'all. So there are plenty of areas that you can go fishing, hiking, kayaking, that kind of thing, and it's a lot of fun, y'all. So it really is. And the thing about Mount Juliet in particular is there are a lot of outdoor activities in general. Okay, so they have a lot of parks, a lot of hiking trails, walking trails, that kind of thing. There's a lot to do, y'all. So there really is a ton to do, not just by the lake. Okay, so the lake is awesome. The lake is cool. I love it. I love to go fishing. I love to get in the water myself. But there are plenty of things you could do, not just that. You can go, they have some golf courses, some frisbee golf courses, all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun. So any of that stuff is great to do. If you're into the outdoors, should definitely be a place you can call home. All right, guys, so the final con on your list is your cost of housing. So it's kind of like one of those things, you get what you pay for. Back when Mount Juliet was more of a rural town and everything, you can get a lot of bang for your buck down there. But since they've done a lot of stuff with the area, they've brought a lot of businesses in, prices have gone up a lot. So there are a lot of luxury properties down here that have definitely brought the prices up. As far as the median household in Mount Juliet is about $600,000. So that is a big leap from what it was just a couple years ago. Definitely are some houses in the Mount Juliet area that are affordable. You can find some decent houses in Mount Juliet for the $350,000, $400,000 price point. Don't think you can't. There are absolutely some pretty nice houses out there in that price point. But there are also quite a bit of homes in the $1 million range out in Mount Juliet as well. So it really just depends. And because of the prices of the $1 million range, that kind of thing, that brings the prices up, obviously. So just something to think about. That is definitely something that you have to remember, is the fact that comparing Mount Juliet to Lake Gallatin, there's going to be almost no comparison when it comes to prices, but you get a lot of luxuries living in Mount Juliet where you wouldn't in other areas, because there's so many different amenities that Mount Juliet has that some of these more rural areas do not. So that's something to think about. All right, guys, so last pro on that list is your shopping, okay?
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
So like I was talking about before, with all the amenities that Mount Juliet has, and one of the very top amenities is your shopping, okay? So Mount Juliet has a ton. So they have the huge shopping center of Providence, okay? So Providence Shopping Center is fantastic. All the shopping centers, all the type of stores that you're looking for is right here in Providence area, okay? So there's shopping pretty much everywhere in Mount Juliet, but the Providence area in particular, that's where I'm going to focus in, and that is an area that they have everything. And it's not just a mall, it's a huge shopping center that's kind of out in the open, so that's kind of nice too. Me in particular, so I do not like going to the mall, man. I mean, I went when I was in high school, when I was a young hoodlum, but now I don't want to deal with that mess. I don't like it. I love being out in the open. I feel like I'm inside a mall, I can't breathe. Places like this is fantastic, okay? So it's kind of out in the open, it's perfect little area, it's very walkable, and it's pretty great. So definitely, if y'all are interested in a little bit more information about the shopping of Mount Juliet, just let me know, and I can, give you kind of more of a rundown of different stores, different things that are available down here. But there are plenty places that you can go, plenty of fast food, plenty of restaurants, plenty of different kinds of shopping. Pretty much any kind of shopping that you're looking for, they got it. All right, so I think that's one of the greatest things about the area, is it's very convenient too, because it's all in the same area. That's one of the cool things about it. So you don't have to drive 10 minutes this way, then 10 minutes that way, then 4 minutes that way. It's all pretty much walkable. So it's kind of cool. So that's one of the best things I like about the area. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it with the pros and cons of Mount Juliet. So if y'all have any kind of questions at all, please just send me a text, shoot me an email, give me a call. I'd love to help you guys out. But until the next one, see ya.